Hello everyone, it's Commander Joker God 2000 here. I just wanted to do a quick little update video. If you've seen before, I put together that Anaconda level that kind of lets you walk around a full-size Anaconda. It's the same level that's posted up right now, but I did a beta update that has a Coriolis station that just kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. So to find it, you have to make sure you go into your settings and you have your Show Community Labs checkbox ticked off. And then same thing as before, you go into Worlds, you do search, type in Anaconda, and you get two. You get the original one, and you get the Anaconda Coriolis beta. So you're going to want to hit that and hit go. I am going to click a new instance and hit invite only, and then hit go, only because I've loaded this up. It's live right now, and because it's showing up as new and live, it's filling up with quite a few people. So I tried to record the video, and it just filled up with the full 8 people capacity almost instantly. You should be able to get in, though you can open as many instances as you want. So basically, all I'm trying to do with this is just show the scale of the Coriolis station with the Anaconda on here. Makes it a bit more interesting. Full disclaimer, or full disclosure and disclaimer, it does have a little bit of a frame rate hit. So I'm playing in desktop mode. I get about 80 frames a second on here. If you are playing in VR and you have a 1080 Ti, which is the same card I have, you're probably going to be getting 30, 40 frames a second depending on where you're looking. So you can kind of see it out the window there. Let's go outside and have a look at that. Okay. The doors are still automated. The shift key lets you run, and the space bar is jump, so keep that in mind when you're navigating the world here. I do like looking in from the outside of this. I love having the full resolution textures and meshes on the inside of the cockpit there. So you can kind of get a view of it here. This thing is absolutely massive. When you look at it spinning by, I can't even see the whole thing in the frame. And it's funny, as you run down at full, I'm going to call it VRChat sprint here, which is moderate speed at best. I mean, it's going pretty far. The Anaconda is a big ship, but it doesn't look like the Coriolis is moving even a little bit. And the reason is it really is a full one-to-one Coriolis space station. So this ship could easily fly through the mail slot on there. So you can see the whole thing is here end to end. Some people are asking about the little Sputnik guy flying there, and you can see some little ladders in space there as well. What those are is those are the holographic advertisement signs just floating out there. I hadn't added any of that on there. This is just a quick and dirty, spent a night on it. Thought it was kind of cool. It's got some emissive textures for the lights and things like that, but other than that, there's no other fancy lighting or anything going on there. One thing that's kind of interesting about this, you'll see as it goes by here, you can see I'm going to call those cubes or rectangles that are on there. How Elite Dangerous works, it's kind of using adaptive meshes and I assume adaptive textures as well. But so if you rip the model, as I did, from a decent distance where you can see the whole space station, you're not going to get the full high resolution meshes that you would if you were right up close and right in there. And you can see that if you take a small ship and fly into Coriolis, you'll see certain blocks changing from blobs to rectangles and things like that. I didn't bother trying to correct it because I'm taking a big enough frame rate hit right now with what it is, and I don't think it's necessary. But if you see that, that's what's going on. I sure like looking at those skyscraper looking things there. You can see all the windows in there. It's very cool. The other one is if you go inside here, I'll give you another view. We'll respawn inside here. Takes us back inside. And we'll take the elevator downstairs. In here, into the fighter bay. And we go in here. Sometimes it gets stuck going through this a little bit. Hit the button here to drop the fighter bay. It's just kind of a cool view from the bottom here. And the falling animation on this is a little bumpy, so you see you kind of bounce off the ground a little bit, but it's kind of a nice view here from down here. You can walk out on the launch platform from the fighter bay and kind of get a really good look at the space station here. So you can see the emissive textures on some of that red lighting in there and all the windows and things like that. And as you saw in the previous Anaconda model, the whole thing is fully rendered from the bottom as well with all the lights and things like that, so you can see all of it. And you can get back up by clicking on this. So that was just kind of a quick rundown on here. I'm thinking about doing like a ground base or something like that, but I'm trying to think of something that has a scale that would be kind of usable, if you know what I mean. Like if you put a ground base together and you walk around that, it's going to take you hours to get around there in VRChat. So I've been sticking with this a little bit, but if you have any suggestions, then just drop me a line. And it's Commander Joker God 2000 signing out.